Okay, I'll give you guys my opinion. Um, is there a good old boy system? You're not going to like my answer, but here's the thing. Yes and no. There's a concept called the proximity principle, and who you're surrounded by is more likely who you're going to be like. Now, in the first 10 years of my career, I could have honestly said yes, that there was a good old boy system, because the perception that I had was that of a junior leader, right? Someone who didn't get to see behind the curtain, someone who didn't get to understand why things were the way they were. Also, I enlisted in 2007. The military was significantly different than it is now in 2026. Now, in the last 10 years of my career, or starting into the third decade of my career, I can sit here and say that yes, there are good command teams and there are bad command teams. So in the active duty, Army Reserve, and National Guard, you'll see it everywhere. If you move around enough, you will see it. So yes, there are soldiers that get railroaded by many different things. And what I would fight for as a master sergeant, as an E8, is different than what I would have fought for as an E5 sergeant, staff sergeant. Back then, I wasn't as bold or brazen as I am now. And it is because I just understand more now. Someone in my comment section said it's mainly an accountability issue. That's fair. Soldiers who don't have self-awareness to actually talk about what they've done wrong, admit where they're wrong, admit where they could have done something different, are going to have accountability issues and always project their issues onto their command teams as if it's their command team's sole fault. And it's really prevalent as when you become a first sergeant and a commander, they'll tell you that 90% of your time is spent on 10% of your soldiers. And it doesn't mean they're all bad soldiers either. Sometimes they have medical issues. Sometimes they have family issues. Sometimes they have legal issues. But as someone who's been in 3 different states, multiple different units, I can tell you that I have been in really, really good units. And I have been in really bad units. And I can tell you this, that the weight of you as a leader, the goodness in you as a leader, the competency as a leader will shine through in most situations. Now, as someone who puts themselves out on the internet and tries to give you guys the best advice as I possibly can, I get a lot of pushback, a ton. There are people that will meet me face to face and absolutely despise me for having said nothing directed at them. They just don't like the fact that I'm putting myself on the internet. That being said, I take full accountability for that. I know that there will be command teams that don't want me near them because of this. And at the same time, I've never said anything bad about a single command team, but it does not matter. So are there good old boy systems still in place? Sure, I can admit that. Do I think it's as prevalent as most people think? I don't. I think that you as a soldier, if you know your stuff and you stick to the regulations and you're not afraid to speak out when it's required and you do your absolute best, then I think you'll be okay. It's about how far are you willing to push for the right thing to be happening. And at what point do you just say no?